Shadow, we have to combine our powers and the power of the Chaos Emerald in order to get to the legendary Dave and Buster's. Sonic, I can feel the power of Dave and Buster's coursing through me.
Alright. Welcome back, everybody, to the Karn Extra channel. We're gonna be going down to the pit of degeneracy, playing some Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, one of my favorite games of all time.
I can't believe you've done this. Yeah, it's good, man. I can't believe you've made me do this. I hate Sonic, famously.
Famously.
Everyone knows, they know two things about old Connie boy. He loves Digimon, and he hates Sonic.
Alright, I'm just gonna jump right in, because this game
This is base. Do you think we're gonna get a copyright strike for this? Dude, that's me. I'm Sigma Alpha.
Is there? Should I check to see if there's like a streamer mode?
No, it's fine. Worst case scenario, we put it up and the game's too loud and we just have to mute the city escape.
Alright, everyone knows.
Oh, well, you could skip it. Yeah, that works too. It's one of the coolest intros in gaming history, by the way.
Honestly.
Also, I do want to clarify, I do actually not hate Sonic. I like Sonic a lot.
It's much more funny to say that you hate Sonic and then make fun of me for hating Sonic.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, I definitely don't like Sonic in the same way you do. Like, for me, Sonic was like... Because I'm old, it was Sonic 1 on the Master System, and then Sonic 2 on Mega Drive, right?
Right.
And then I don't know if I really played... I played some of, like, Knuckles and stuff, like the whatever was available, but I don't think I owned it. I think I played it at friends' houses. So the next time I really played Sonic games was Heroes and Shadow.
The Mega Drive is the Genesis, right? That's the same one?
Yes, the Genesis, okay. Yeah. I did play bits and pieces of Adventure, but only at my parents' friend's house who had a Dreamcast, because we didn't have a Dreamcast. So... I realized later on that Sonic is kind of like people sort of like Digimon in many ways. Like there's like characters and lore and shit that people give a fuck about. But to me, Sonic is just like, Big the Cat's stupid.
Well, I'm gonna be completely honest. For most people, he's like that. He's just That's why I like him, because I think it's just this world is funny. Yeah. And he's kind of lovable, and honestly, if I didn't play this game as a kid, I don't know what my life would be.
I really like Big the Cat. Like I think there's a lot of room for stupid and silliness in franchises. I much prefer that. But Sonic Heroes I absolutely adored, and I'm actually really mad at Sonic 2 for not the movie Sonic 2 for not calling what did they call the team? They call them like Sonic and Pals or some fucking shit at the end of that movie with James Masters. They're like, what should we call the team? And they're like, I don't fucking remember what they call each other. There's some little bit where they're like, oh, what would the name be or something, or like, what are they or some shit. And they don't say Sonic Heroes, and I wanted to leave the theater. I don't remember. There's like some context where it felt like they could have said like, we're the Sonic Heroes, and instead they're like, we're Sonic's friends, or like, we're the Gem Boys. So that I fucking remember. When they're getting in the truck.
I remember that part. I've seen that movie twice now. I think that movie is great. Not a whole lot of people
I think that movie's great. It's fine.
Really
it's not like amazing, but like it's it's a good family Sonic movie. It's fine.
As someone whose favorite Sonic is Sonic Adventure 2 and the adventure sort of world, the fact that there's so much adventure like references and whatnot. It made me very happy. But no, I don't remember that specific part.
There's like a bit where they're like we should be a team or something and we should do something. And I think it would have been cool if they'd have gone like, we're the Sonic Heroes, and then they've gone, oh yeah, B. Oh, this is the cutscene where they changed it, where Shadow says he has no pronouns. Not in the game.
Yes, obviously. Yeah. I know that trend of meme is becoming very popular recently. And I love it, where they just take, like, Twitter arguments and dub it over the Sonic cutscenes. It makes me so happy. Nick and I send them back and forth all the time.
Speaking of chows, would you like to know which decade I finally understood that chows and chaos are spelt the same?
If you say anything other than 2 decades ago, I'm going to...
Hey, welcome to the 2020s. No, it might have been like 2018 or 2019, but it was recent.
Is it one of those things where you knew how to spell chow and you knew how to spell chaos,
knew how to spell
but
both,
you just didn't
but just
put
never
together that they were the same? Yep.
Exactly. Just never thought of them being the same word. I was like, oh yeah, there's a chow, because I think I've always seen chow as just chow.
Yes,
and like the game
plural.
doesn't pluralize it a bunch. And it was literally, I think we were talking about, I can't remember who I was talking to, we were talking about like maybe like a Sonic Adventure 3 or whatever, and I was like, chaos, and the oh my god.
God.
So Hunter said we should do Sonic Adventure Battle 2, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, because it's his favorite Sonic game, but also because he can beat it in like an hour and a half. So we'll find out.
Okay.
And today, we might not do it all today. I'm not expecting you to do it all in one session, don't worry. But if we don't do it in one session, I am going to be very disappointed in you.
You will be fired.
Yeah, you will be fired and you will be given 0 money that you already don't get. And then I was... Oh, no, wait.
I also want to bring up the fact that... and I feel like I would understand it better if you explained it in person.
Sure.
Alright, so you said, Death Note took my weed virginity. It can do no wrong, and basically... it doesn't count as anime anyway. It's more of a religious experience or pizza. Do you care to
more like a
elaborate?
religious experience or pizza?
Oh, okay.
So the religious experience is
that's
yeah,
that's pretty
it
self-explanatory. That's not
it's like pizza because pizza is the best food ever made, and you can argue that until the cows come home. You're wrong. It is the best thing ever made. Even people that don't particularly like bread, cheese, meat, whatever, mushrooms. Pizza fucking rocks, right? And Death Note is much like that because even when it's bad, it's still like, hey, pizza. Also,
I really wish I had some miso soup.
Yeah, except miso soup is not always good, but pizza.
I know,
I know it's a meat.
But it's not dead.
Equally, if we consider anime to be other food, most food is bad.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. No, that's
but pizza,
that's
even
fair.
really, really shitty like gas station pizza, still pizza. Well, that was something that surprised me actually. So first of all, American like roadside gas stations, I guess, are apparently in a competition to who can have the best double entendre name. Because I saw a Come and Go, I saw a Sheets, and that's pretty close to shit.
Yeah, Sheets is pretty good.
Well, what surprised me about the Sheets was that they had like cooked that day food at the one we went to, and I was like, oh, this place like kind of like gives a fuck, which surprised me. Yeah. There was like stuff that was like made today. I don't know if I don't think it did say it, but in my mind it was like made today by Patty or whatever. It probably didn't say that. It probably just said made today.
The cool thing about Sheets is that when you get gas, it had like the it's gonna sound absolute just nerd bullshit, but the gas station like UI has an option to purchase a sandwich.
Gas station UI.
Shut up. We're gonna move right along. So it has an option to like purchase a sandwich while you're filling up gas, and then you can just go inside and grab it after you're finished.
That's pretty cool.
Which is pretty cool. Yeah. I like this is something out of like a Reddit post or something, but I genuinely went to a McDonald's one time, and my brother was younger, and so he was a significantly pickier eater than he is now. And he was just like, I just want meat and cheese. I don't want any toppings. I'm like, okay, no problem. And so I order a meat and cheese, like a burger with just meat and cheese, just like nothing extra on top of it. And she goes, wait, so you don't want bread? And I'm like, is this a joke? Why would I?
Trick?
Why would I do that?
I mean, to be fair, you know, bread's carbs. People might just want to eat the meat and cheese. I don't know.
Man.
Bro, how the fuck it... Like, okay, so what I love about the thing of Back to the Future 2, first of all, kind of hilarious what they thought 2015 was going to be like. double hilarious is how much of that shit they thought was really cool in 2015 is the worst, most annoying shit ever, if it actually existed. Like, can you imagine walking down the screen and, like, Minions 3 Rise of Gru had a fucking hologram that, like, fucking attacks you?
Yeah. Or the fact that, like, fax machines are still around. Like, I get that, like, the idea of printing something out at, you know, somebody else's house is convenient for documents. If like what they could just print it straight out and whatever. But nobody could have ever. I can't believe the idea that people were like, oh my god, I just love fax machines.
Right.
And so then they're like, yeah, no, these will stick around for the next 30 years.
I think they just in the 80s could not fathom. Like because you know the whole computing thing, like even like the best TV then was still so big and required so much. I just think the idea of screens being like the de facto for most things and being cheap just didn't occur to them. Because like to be fair, that is one thing in Back to the Future 2. Marty's got his big picture-in-picture TV that can do like 100 channels in one go.
All right, I want channels 12, 47, 16, 14, and 5.
Like. I don't need that much, but there have definitely times where, like, I've been playing a video game and I would like YouTube and something else in two corners, and I've never been able to do that.
Yeah. So in picture-in-picture, we, when I was late middle school, early high school, we...
Yo, Shadow, why your mouth is like that, bro?
Anyways, we had, like, it was in... We got it secondhand, but it was like a very early plasma screen TV. So it was like 60 inches, but it was fucking 500 pounds. It was like it was a foot thick, and then it had like a foot and a half underneath the TV that was like the speaker.
Yes.
It was great for a kid that doesn't care about, you know, like what a TV necessarily looks like. It was just big. Yeah, that was cool. I like that. But my brother was getting older, and so he wanted to hang out with me more. And so it got to the point where I'm like, I would love to hang out with you, but I also want to play fucking Harry Potter 2 on the GameCube, which not an indicative of the time period. It was just what I happened to be playing at the time. So I discovered, oh my gosh, on the remote there's this button that says PIP.
Yeah.
If I press that, I can do it split screen, and he can watch what he wants, and I can play my GameCube on the other side. And I'm like, this is life-changing. This is incredible. Yeah. This is such new technology. And then after a couple weeks of, you know, this being a regular thing, I think my dad walked up and goes, "Why do you have it on picture-in-picture mode?" I'm like, "Oh, is that what it's called?" I just pip mode, because I'm playing GameCube and I don't necessarily need to hear it, and Hayden can watch his show. And my dad thought it was the funniest thing. He's like, "We never used that, even when it was new. This is this is very funny."
I have quite like I'm trying to, because like right now I have the whole set, my computer and everything in the same room that I sleep in.
Right.
Which is disastrous, and if you have the ability not to do that, whether you're like working from home, whether you're a content creator, whatever it might be, listening, don't fucking do it. If you have to, fine, but if you can avoid it, don't. You will initially think, wow, it's great, I can just get out of bed and work, and then you will never stop working.
Or you'll never stop working, or you will never work.
Yes, and then you will also procrastinate from your hobbies because you're in the room where you should be working, so you kind of do neither.
To be work, yeah.
Yeah. Another A rank, congratulations.
Fuck, look, I'm okay. You know what? I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna because it would jinx me.
No, go on.
I'm actually doing really well. I don't normally do this well. I thought I would definitely choke.
It's the piss on the moon cutscene, right?
Whoever posted my nudes on Twitter.com! Shadow the Hedgehog shit on my wife.
Yeah, my high recommendation for anyone that's looking into turning a Switch into like an emulation box, because it is a fantastic emulation box. It will run up to like even N64 pretty fucking well, and obviously PSP, which is a huge boon, because you can run PSP at like 4 times resolution and it'll actually, you know, be 720 or whatever, or 1080. Is just go on eBay and find a tablet only Switch that someone's selling. because 9 times out of 10 they're probably on a firmware that is intended to be hacked anyway. Not that it really matters too much, or will be a unit that can be easily hacked, and like they're like, you know, $200 maybe 250. So like if you're feeling flush, that's probably the optimum, because then it's not linked to your Nintendo account or anything, and you can just fucking fill it with RetroArch and all sorts of stuff. Like I obviously piracy is a factor that people hack the Switch for, but as an emulation box, it's kind of unparalleled with the docking as well. That's what is so handy with it. Like,
I have no issues with piracy. If you want to be a pirate, whatever, that's fine. However, my sort of rule of thumb about it is, if the console is still getting support, then I'm not going to pirate it.
I sort of agree, but also do not see it as a console thing. I see it as a publisher by publisher thing. So, for example, Ubisoft is never going to get my money ever again, so theoretically I would pirate their games. But, like, an indie studio, you're a scumbag if you pirate their games.
Oh, okay.
Because
you know
they
what?
cost, like, a $5.
Right. Yeah, you know what? That's true. That's 100% true.
That's kind of where I look at it, like, or, like, back when I would pirate, like, especially, like, in my, like, PS2 era days when I was a kid, and I would pirate, like, most video games, that company was never going to see my money because it didn't exist. Like, I was never going to buy their game anyway, but, like, I might buy the sequel when I'm, like, 16 and have my first summer job, you know?
Right, exactly. What I wanted to talk about, Kingdom Hearts for PC.
Sure.
There is a guy that's making a mod, or has made a mod for it, that's in
Oh, yes.
2.0-ish, called Refixed.
Mm-hmm.
And it adds a bunch of, like, quality of life changes, updates to the PC versions of the games. Right now, it's mostly localized to Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and some stuff for BBS, but he's he's constantly adding stuff, and it's great. One of my favorite parts about it is they've added Discord, like, compatibility. So,
Yes,
like, if
I
you're,
saw that, yeah.
Yeah, if you're playing the game, it on your Discord status, it shows you what game you're playing, what mode you're playing it on, what level you're at, your health, your magic, and if you're in a drive form. It's
Yeah, that's super
insane.
cool.
It's so cool.
It's very cool, yeah. The mod community of Kingdom Hearts is so fucking sick. I love Kingdom Hearts, dude.
Kingdom Hearts is very cool.
It's super cool.
Very oh,
But yeah, I was talking about this with
okay.
a pro
I hate
today.
this is my least
I
favorite level
remember this level,
in the
dude.
entire game. Have I told you about Trenchcoat mode?
Definitely not.
So you're familiar with Parsec and other, like,
Sure,
game
yeah.
streaming, sharing programs.
Oh, yeah, okay. I think I know what you're going with here.
Yeah,
but go
so-
for it. Keep telling me.
For those of you who don't know, Parsec allows you to basically connect to another person's PC, and basically
It's a very low latency stream that also lets the other people right over the internet take over control of the game, or over Windows in general.
right. So specifically, it works as if you're plugging whatever peripheral you have. It works as if you're plugging that into their console.
Yeah. So like, if your 360 controller on your end will be pad 1, but then when your friend plugs a pad into their PC, it will register as pad 2.
Exactly. So, if we take that idea and we extend it a little bit, if we were to plug in 2 keyboards into one computer, it wouldn't do a whole lot. It would still act like 2 keyboards, because if you press the H key on one keyboard, it's going to type the letter H. Same for the others. So that extends to Parsec. If somebody uses their keyboard to
Keyboards don't register as a second controller, as if it was all one
just
input.
another keyboard. So that works for games as well. So if you play with if somebody's playing a game with a keyboard on Parsec, and then you're also playing a game with keyboard, it doesn't register it as 2 different
players.
So
you both keyboards would have inputs for player 1.
Exactly. Meaning, if you were to play a game like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and both players were playing on a keyboard, then you could theoretically control the same character. So,
Yes.
I call it trench coat mode. It's basically two kids in a trench coat pretending to be the one character. And I played this game on stream one time with my friends, childhood friends. We played the shit out of this game. And so we were playing trench coat mode. And we were, we got up until this level, and then we just couldn't because there was too much hovering. And there was some weird, like, niches with the way we were playing and hovering.
Sure.
But it's a very funny mode. Nick and I played it once, and it was awesome. It's so funny. Friends and I, we played Overwatch like that, where two people would control one character in Overwatch.
God. Well,
So
yeah, because you can do
technically
mouse, right, as well?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
So it was technically a 7v6.
That's so
I think
good.
the highest we got to was like 3 people. Like, oh goodness, it was 2 sets of people playing. No, it would have been 3 because so we had 3 strangers and then 6 of us playing. So it was a 9v6. It was very.
I love shit like that.
Very good.
So, speaking of rings as well, and Sonic has just reminded me, I think, well, including Wii Sports, probably 4th, but either 3rd or 4th owned Wii game was Sonic and the Secret Rings.
Oh boy.
And, you know what, I didn't hate that game at the time. I had very little else to play. But it was the game, I think I got through one level and was like eventually like the 4th or 5th level or whatever, and was like, fuck this game, I'm gonna Google how to hack the Wii. I will tell you, and this is probably something that, I mean, what, the Wii is 2006, so we're 16 years on from that, so there's probably a good chunk of YouTube watchers who don't even remember, like, the Wii was their first console, right?
Right.
A console now that you can go on eBay and get for like 15, 20 bucks probably. The Wii was in such high demand at launch that our first pre-order got cancelled due to lack of stock. Right? Which is crazy enough in itself that would happen with like a Nintendo console. Like PS5 and stuff that happened. Like, you know, it's never usually cancelled pre-order. It's usually like you just can't get one, but still.
Right.
What was worse was that the Wii was in such high demand, and we were so crushed, we eventually got a call from our reserve, and they did have it in stock. And the Wii was such a hotly contested item that my stepdad brought a knife with us to pick it up. Because legitimately people had been stealing Wiis from each other. Like, not just in our area, like nationwide. Like, the Wii was like a coveted console to the point where like we had to get the bus. It was that, and now it's like 20 bucks. Like, you can get it anywhere. It's so funny to me how, like, in...
That's bizarre. So, not a similar thing, because that's insane. But I worked at Toys R Us whenever the NES Mini came out.
Sure.
And we would get... Like we would be notified, like, hey, you're getting a shipment in. Like, just so you know, you could let customers know that you'll be getting some in. We can't tell you how many are coming in just because it's not finalized yet, but just so you know, you will be getting some. And so we're like, yeah, okay, cool. We put up a sign saying, hey, this Friday we'll be getting some NES Minis in. We got 4.
Oh my god.
We got 4 consoles, and it sold out immediately, but there was like a big crowd out the front, like trying to get these NES Minis, and some guy came up to my boss and was like, look, I will give you $500, like, you personally, $500 if you just grab me one from the back. And she was like, look, man, I understand that it's what, I mean, we do not have any. There are only 4, and they've just been sold. And she was telling me about this later, and she's like, it's not like I would have taken it either. I would get fired. I would lose my job.
Right.
So, like, I mean, fair shit's what $500 would get me once I lost my job.
Once your entire pay packet's gone, right? It's so interesting to me. So that culture isn't really a thing here in the UK. We're pretty polite, you know. Like you'll get a lot of like scalpers and stuff, but they will have initially bought the console or whatever it is fair.
What?
Oh, it's in his asshole. Yeah. I was enamored with the 3DS, right? And I still think the 3DS is actually a really fucking cool system.
Oh, I love this.
And is kind of like the last. As much as that era of like, or like that decade or so of like, you know, what the fuck is it called? The Virtual Boy and stuff like that was like ridiculous. But also like I kind of miss consoles being that stupid.
Yeah.
But I was so jazzed for the 3DS that I would have dreams about seeing it in person for the first time and shit. I would have like dreams about like trying out the 3D.
You know,
and I eventually got. Sorry, go on.
No, it's funny you mentioned that. I had a similar experience with the original DS. Not dreams, but a similar level of childhood, like insanity.
Oh well, I mean, you have to also understand that I was 18.
Oh, that's right.
The 3DS came out when I was like, I was
you were
in
a man.
Yeah.
I'm terrified right now. I just
because of the ghost.
No, well, those ghosts specifically, scariest ghosts in the entire thing. They've got like stitched mouths. But no, I've got no rings. I don't know
shit! You know, no rings.
Oh no!
There you go.
So the original DS was out at that point. Where the fuck is this thing? The DS Lite was out now, and I had learned about it. The original like gray slate DS didn't really excite me all that much.
Sure.
But this one,
incorrect,
like,
but
shit,
sure.
it's like sleek and whatever. Holy shit! Like this is, whoa! It's like futuristic. That's cool. So I in my 4th grade class, we were not doing anything towards the end of the day, and so I made a paper version of a DS. Like I'd taken some notebook paper and I had like folded it in half and stapled it so that it and I colored the outside that it looked like a proper DS. And I drew on the screens. It was like Mario jumping past a like a thwomp, jumping over a fireball or whatever. So I had that and I pretended to play it like in class because I didn't have a DS, and I knew my parents were planning on, getting it for my birthday. I think it was shortly. This was probably at the end of the year that year, so my birthday was in the summer. But then they saw this and they're like, "Oh, buddy,
this kid needs a DS."
So I think they like pushed it forward a little bit just so that I wouldn't lose my mind. It was very funny. I wonder if that still exists somewhere, like in my parents' house.
Maybe. I remember a reasonably similar thing, but I was being a bit of a shitheel. KH2 released, I want to say, before my birthday, or something. It was around my birthday anyway. And we would see it, like, in Tesco, and I would be like, "Oh, maybe we can get it now." And Mum would be like, No. And it'd be like a couple of days, and then one night we went to Tesco, and I was like, "It's there right now. It's only like 30 quid." And Mum finally got it for me, and it was one of the best. When I put that in for the first time and saw the Sanctuary opening, genuinely, it was one of the best fucking days of my life, dude. I was so excited for that game. It was so good. My mum also bought me. My copy of Final Fantasy X like got lost or something, or I traded it in or whatever. So I very distinctly also remember my mum buying me a copy of Final Fantasy X on her birthday, which was my second copy. And I remember feeling very emotional about that because I was like, "It's your birthday, you got me a gift."
I can see it. It's right there. It's that key thing.
Can you fly? Can you like fly through it?
Is there? I don't think so.
Is this a soft lock? Is this possible? Surely not, right?
Well, okay. Now it's been.
You know what name I fucking hate in Sonic?
What's that? Sonic?
Emerl.
Emerald?
Fucking
Yeah.
hate. But Tails calls him Emerl. Fucking hate that name.
I can only think of fucking Emerald Lagasse, who's like a celebrity chef.
Oh, I thought you meant Bela Lugosi. I was like, that's not how that name is said. Yeah, I remember playing, what is it, Sonic Rush or some shit?
Sonic Battle.
Sonic Battle, and he's like, oh, you're an Emerald, I'm gonna call you Emerald. And I was like, that is the worst thing. You could have called him like Meryl, or like
just
Roll.
a different name.
But he's like, no, I'm gonna call you Emerl. What the fuck kind of name is that? No one of your name's fucking Tails. I kind of hate new games, right? I kind of hate
What a
every
great
video
thing
game.
to say for like a gaming channel.
Because, like, has a game in the past, like, 15 years had a backward long jump? I don't think so. Does does Plague Tale Innocence have a backwards long jump? No.
A wrong warp? I don't think so.
Exactly. The fuck? Does Final Fantasy VII Remake have that glitch where if you jump funny in the elevator in the spooky level, you teleport? I don't think so. Basically what I'm saying is more games should be glitchy. But not Bethesda glitchy.
Oh, fuck.
Fun glitchy.
I thought it was dead. Where the
I like how he says Ora like a fucking JoJo character. And they were like, you know what, that's fine. Kids aren't going to know that's Japanese. We're just going to leave it in. Once again, really appreciating the back and forth banter we got going
Yeah,
on here.
I'm sorry. I'm very confused.
Just dig down. Like the Minecraft song. There you go. That's what you were looking for, right? I've legitimately forgotten how any Minecraft song goes. We're mining diamonds in the air tonight. Yes, I successfully forgot the Minecraft songs. Now I just have to forget fucking it's a #1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we about to get down. Get down. Could you try maybe hitting the hourglass? Oh, there you go.
Oh my god.
Just do that again. It's easy. I found it.
My
That was bullshit.
butthole was fucking clenched. I was so scared I was just gonna get hit once and have to fucking do a whole nother thing. Yeah, get out of here. Almost 9 minutes on that level.
Dude, let's cut back to when you said you're really good at this game, or whatever it was you said earlier.
Probably gonna cut part of that right down because that's awful to watch probably.
No.
Also,
Leave it
this
all in.
boss is very out of place, I would say. In a game that's it seems like it should be in Sonic Adventure 1, a game that's mostly like technological and robots and whatever.
Well, I mean,
having
this
just,
whole
like,
stage
ghosts.
does have ghosts.
Yeah, then that's what I mean.
Oh, you mean the whole
this
stage is like
I mean,
weird.
this is the culmination of it. This guy, King Boom Boom.
Maybe they are. This terrible name, first of all.
Oh, right.
Sounds like King Poop.
Yep. Okay, let's see if I can.
That was easy. What the fuck?
Let's. So there, the speedrun strat is to get him 4 times in one cycle, which is fucking insane.
Yeah.
I've been every time I do it, I try to get twice because there is a way to sort of, cut the corner to speed up to him. You're not supposed to do it any more than once because he speeds up faster than you can run. But it's not a difficult boss, but
Doesn't seem it, yeah. So how far into the game are we now? I mean, obviously I know we're like an hour and 12, but...
So after this, there's another boss. Are you kidding me? There's another boss you play as Sonic for, and then you go up into space, and then there are 3 space levels and 2 bosses? 2 bosses.
So we're like
3
halfway.
bosses. We're about to hit endgame.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
is this game
of the Sonic story. There's
Sure.
There's 3 there's after this, then we got to do it all again as Team Dark and Shadow.
We don't, but
I mean,
you can. No, I'm fine with playing the whole thing, I guess. I mean, I'm putting in any fucking effort here.
Yeah, you know, I guess
Well,
I'll just
to be
sit back.
fair, I mean, if you were the only one recording this, there'd be about fucking 40 minutes of dead air. So maybe it's a good thing I am here. You can be the brawn,
just
I'll
got
be
unlucky.
the beauty. I'll be talking about fucking just killing people for Nintendo Wii's and shit while you're speedrunning Sonic. How funny would it be if today you accidentally speedrun it? Like, just, like, obviously it's not gonna
Yeah! I
happen
got
now.
it!
Get fucked, Ghost. Piss off, Ghost.
Piss off, Ghost.
Piss off, Ghost!